But there's a company called Influenceable. Here's the kid, like Eric Daughtry kid. After he got called out, he admitted he got paid.
So this is Eric Doherty. Important. We cannot allow Make America Healthy Again messaging to be used to force needy Americans into not buying certain things. It backfired big time. President Trump literally has a Diet Coke button in his Oval Office.
This is another account. One of the most popular accounts on X.
Not Jerome Powell. Nick Sortor exposes him. Exposed, influenceable. The company cutting big checks to influencers on behalf of Big Soda.
But there's a company called Influenceable. Influenceable. And they're basically like a marketing company that goes out there and tries to create noise release for marketing campaigns. And they're getting a lot of shit online because they've been involved in political campaigns, campaigns to drive policy and whatnot. So this is
influenceable. How are they reaching out to people? Is it email? Is it social?
So I'm going to show you some stuff that I pulled. This is to give you some background. X is a cesspool of a lot of people who think they're how do I say this?
The resident expert.
They're armchair quarterbacks that don't know shit. Yeah. And you know, it's funny. I listen to a lot of them. Like what's X Spaces? I'm an X Space fiend. I love listening to these guys pontificate bullshit, and I'm sitting there fact checking them just as they're talking, and they're all full of shit. Okay, but with that, there's this like rivalry among some of them. They don't like. I might not like you because you're taking away from my audience. There's a lot of that shit. So this came out on X. This got aired out like laundry. This company called Influenceable, allegedly. I want to be really clear. So that
allegedly,
yeah, if you guys are coming to sue me, allegedly, you can. And this is all on X. They pushed a campaign allegedly that was trying to convince people to not allow the government to overregulate and get involved in where people were buying soda with let me read it exactly. This campaign highlights the dangers of government overregulation with a specific focus on current efforts to restrict soda purchases through food aid programs. So do you remember when RFK was pushing to stop using SNAP benefits to purchase the ice cream, soda, all that shit? So this is one of these conservative news influencers aired out everybody's dirty laundry and called everybody out. I think he's just as guilty, but in other
called him out for what?
A lot of these news accounts, they were more right-leaning, started posting on X. I'll start giving them to you. Sorry. Read this. I'll just give you both. Read both. Those are just two examples.
All right. So you want me to read these out loud?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
So this is Eric Doherty. Important. We cannot allow Make America Healthy Again messaging to be used to force needy Americans into not buying certain things. Some officials in D.C. are working on trying to prevent Americans on SNAP from using those benefits to purchase any soda. Remember, when New York City Democrats tried to prevent people from buying and consuming soda, it backfired big time. President Trump literally has a Diet Coke button in his Oval Office. Let people think and decide for themselves. Anyone can consume soda and be perfectly fine in moderation, unless we're just going to ban every food with sugar in it for SNAP Americans. This is
another account, one of the most popular accounts on X.
Not Jerome Powell.
Yeah.
Government overreach strikes again. This time it's soda's turn. They want to restrict soda purchases through SNAP this time. This is an unwarranted attempt by the government to dictate what Americans can or cannot consume, which is an overextension of government power and a violation of personal choice. Even President Trump likes to drink his Diet Coke on a daily basis. The government needs to stop overregulating what Americans can or cannot do.
Okay,
can I read the initial?
Yeah.
So this is from
That was the initial campaign that was allegedly sent out. And this guy named Nick Sortor, which I've got my opinions on him I can give you later, but he aired all this out saying, look at all these guys in my realm that are doing this campaign and that are pushing the same messaging, because that's when RFK was talking about potentially trying to restrict SNAP benefits to purchase soda and other shit. And then all of a sudden you have all these accounts. And if you compare both messages, what's something that they both talk about? Trump, Diet Coke, Trump, Diet Coke.
Let me just read this real quick. So
Yeah.
this is allegedly the what?
That's allegedly the pitch that was given to all these influencers.
Okay, soda bans and government overregulation. Objective. This campaign highlights the dangers of government overregulation with a specific focus on current efforts to restrict soda purchases through food aid programs. The narrative emphasizes how such regulation is an overreach that unfairly targets consumer choice, especially considering the president himself is a Diet Coke enthusiast. Key messaging. Government overreach. Efforts to restrict soda purchases through SNAP are an unwarranted attempt by government to dictate what Americans can or cannot consume, which is an overextension of government power and a violation of personal choice. Personal choice and freedom. The right to make personal food and drink choices should not be restricted by government bureaucracy. Consumers, especially those relying on SNAP, deserve autonomy in their purchasing decisions. Economic concerns. Limiting soda purchase will likely harm beverage companies, retailers, and food suppliers, especially those who catered to low-income Americans by relying on SNAP benefits. Trump's preference for Diet Coke. Trump himself regularly enjoys Diet Coke. Can be used to highlight the ridiculousness of these regulations.
So pause for a second. The fact that those two tweets are literally hitting the point on that document to a T. And here's the problem. None of these people disclosed that they got paid. And this is the
I
instruction.
wanted to say one more thing
Okay.
that I find interesting here. Then it gives you key resources. These look like links that you can download images or maybe some sort of videos. So it says key resources, and we'll post this up so
Yeah.
people can see it. Another war on soda, how bureaucratic overreach threatens Trump's working class coalition. And then another link, Trump with Diet Coke image. So
Come on, dude, to a T. Here's the instructions on how they would submit their work at the end.
it's submittable. Okay.
Well, how they go to get paid, essentially.
Okay, if you submit posts after the campaign deadline, it will still count as a missed deliverable. Missed deliverables are deducted from your base pay. It is very important we have all deliverables so we can utilize this in our campaign overview. And then, it just has a bunch more points. All posts must show likes. Do not hide likes. If these are hidden, you will only get paid 50% of your offer. Pages must be sent to public. We cannot compensate for posts on private pages. Yeah, it's all typical ad campaign guidelines. Basically, this is
Right.
ad campaign guidelines.
But they're pushing, these are news influencers who consider them independent. That's not independent. You're owned. You're owned.
So where are these coming in from? Are these from email? I mean, I'm curious to see if
they come from email. And by the way,
anything.
here's the kid, like Eric Daughtry kid. After he got called out, he admitted he got paid. That's the tweet.
Eric Doherty. This is the guy. Oh, this is this dude.
This is the same guy.
So I just read.
That's how he acknowledged he got paid.
Yeah, that was dumb of me. Oh, wait a minute. So Nick Sortor exposes them. Exposed, influenceable. The company cutting big checks to influencers on behalf of Big Soda. Over the past 48 hours, several large, supposedly MAGA-aligned influencers posted almost identical talking points, fed to them, convincing you Maha was, it says show more. It's got Clown World. It's got our Eric Doherty here.
So he acknowledged.
And then Eric responds, yes, That was dumb of me. Massive egg on my face. In all seriousness, it won't happen again. Wow.
Good job.
The hell,
Good job,
dude?
buddy. So that's just one. So like this is going on. Also, these were what these offers look like. This is a guy
Oh, right on.
who exposed one of these offers. They offer you $50 to talk about whatever the topic is. Okay. And
So this is, the name's been redacted here. Blank is still under attack by the Republican establishment and the Democrats. Another blank is a patriot and spent his career fighting for America First values and law and order. Now it's time we return the favor. Offer $50 deliverables, one original tweet on this issue, messaging, then there's a link, timeline ASAP by end of day Wednesday, July 26th. Submit after completing the deliverables. Here's the form.
so the thing is,
This is actually, I don't know if we have any of these. I think when we take another break, I'll get the emails from you and I'll just have our my people dig in.
I want to be clear, I haven't had influenceable contact me, but because it looks like they're targeting people on the right. Now, with that being said, that I just gave you one example. This happens on the left too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I don't want people to think I'm just going after the right, but this is happening on a large scale. And I think they're really going for people that are loud and noisy to their bases.
I don't think this isn't a new thing, and I think
It's not a new thing.
People don't. I think people think it. Look, we saw what Beyonce took a big check from Kamala when supposedly she didn't during the election race, and this stuff is happening all over, but I don't think people realize that it's happening for $50.
But it's not even that, Shawn. The problem is this. Beyonce taking a check from Kamala, is it bad? Yeah. Is it wrong? Yeah. But is Beyonce pushing news and calling herself an independent journalist? No. So when these people who give shit all day to the mainstream media, which sometimes it's rightfully deserved, and claim to be the new media and are fighting the corrupt bullshit from the mainstream media, are then selling their asses for a couple $100.
Yeah.
What are they? They're just as bad.
Yeah.
If not, I would say even worse. And you know what makes me wonder? Can you imagine maybe, and I don't have proof, but like, has the mainstream media been getting offers like this for a long time? Maybe from Big Pharma, maybe from other companies.
No matter where you're watching Shawn Ryan Show from, if you get anything out of this, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share this everywhere you possibly can. And if you're feeling extra generous, please leave us a review on Apple and Spotify podcasts.